Uncensored.
And now, streaming live from the sunny Southern California coast, this is Options Uncensored.
Hey everybody, I'm Steve and welcome to Options Uncensored. We're making real options trades in real time together. Let's get right into it. First things first, if you want to follow along, make sure you have your brokerage account open and ready to go. Have a calculator nearby so we can do some easy math. This is YouTube, so if you can, set your video quality as high as possible. It helps you read everything a lot clearer. And finally, remember, this is not financial advice. This is all for entertainment purposes only. All right, let's look at our open positions. First one, we're going to skip. That's just a bond purchase for today. Rivian opened yesterday, I think, right? Opened at 60. We're trying to get down to 30. Flat. DraftKings, same thing, pretty much flat. Cisco, we opened last week. We're trying to get to 16. The bid is already at 18, so that may actually get filled today. Let's hope so. That's an easy one. Upstart, trying to get to 25. Same thing, pretty much flat on Upstart. Even though that thing has been moving against us for a couple of weeks now, that just shows you the power of the options that we're pretty much flat, even though it's kept going against us. And finally, Macy's. Macy's rallying today, but we'll have to see what happens. Maybe roll later this week or close it. All right, that's it for the review. First up, let's look at Micron. Post earnings today. Here's our chart. Let's look at selling maybe puts. We may have already missed the move here, but let's look at it anyway. I'll switch this to calls and puts. We're looking at the November monthly. Look at the 57.5 and the 52.5. Usually post earnings, we're looking for moves that were more than what was priced in the expected move. So I think for Micron post earnings, don't quote me on this one, I think the move expected was 5 or 6, so it's only gone 4%. So again, don't quote me on the expected move. I'm not sure what it was. 79 minus 29 divided by 2 divided by 500. 5% on the nose if you want to sell the 57.5 and buy the 52.5. Not as good as I thought it'd be. On the call side, it's close, but if you want to sell the 72.5 and buy the 77.5. 94 minus 32 divided by 2 divided by 500, 6.2%. So on the call side, you may have more opportunity. A little over 6% return. Where is the 72.5? $72.5 is right about here. So, I don't know. Maybe you can get there. Let's skip this one for now. I was hoping for a better move for the put side. Okay. Next, we're going to look at Workday. Down big today, just because, not earnings. Earnings are at the end of November, so it's not an earnings move. I think it's just a bunch of either downgrades or, what is this one? New targets underwhelm. Let's see. Here's our chart. Maybe sell some puts. Not a lot of volume. Liquidity's not that great, unfortunately. 208, 231. Same thing on the call side. You've got like a 19-point spread. But that's what we're looking for. Okay. I guess pass on Workday. Next, let's go back to Visa. Visa's a holdover from yesterday. We had the spread open, but it never got filled. Let's just review. Earnings are on the 24th. A little less than a month away. Here's our chart. I think we were trying to sell a put spread yesterday. It didn't get filled, and now it's up today, so that means volatility is probably lessened. We may have already missed the move on this one. We tried. Let's still do the math. If you sold the 210 and bought the 205 today, what do you get? 193 minus 141 divided by 2 divided by 500. Yeah, we missed the move. I think yesterday it was like a 6% return or something if you sold the put spread. Now it's all down to 5. We missed it. Unfortunate. All right. We're on the right track. Next, let's look at Oxy. Again, holdover from yesterday. November earnings. We've got over a month. That's great. No bias either way towards the calls or the puts. On the put side, sell the 57.5, buy the 52.5. That gets you 52 minus 16 divided by 2 divided by 500. Only 3%. Skip the put side. On the call side, sell the 72.5 and buy the 75. 91 minus 55 divided by 2 divided by 250. That's a 7.2% return. So if you want to sell a call spread here, sell the 72.5 and buy the 75. You're risking $250. If you've got a small account, that's great. Where's the 72.5 on the chart? All the way up here. Again, even though it looks far away, doesn't mean it can't get there. A little bit more movement up. If you got to around 69, 70, that'd be interesting. We're going to hold on this one. Next, SE. Same thing, we looked at this one yesterday. November 14th, our earnings. Here's the chart. We looked at a call spread yesterday, right? Same thing today. Sell the 55, buy the 60. That's 123 minus 72 divided by 2 divided by 500. 5% on the nose. Not as good as it was yesterday, I don't think. On the put side, skip the put side. All right, let's go to our IV rank scanner. Sort by volume. Still have the SPYs and the Qs. We look at SPY November expiration. On the put side, selling the 401, buying the 396. That gets you 295 minus 239 divided by 2 divided by 500. 5.6% return on put side. Again, you're only risking $500. That's not bad. On the call side, you probably get paid more on the call side. The 452. That's 161 minus 93 divided by 2 divided by 500. Almost a 7% return if you sold the call spread. 452. Let's see where that is on the chart. Only up here. That's why you're getting paid more. We've had this move down already. Maybe there'll be a bounce. Maybe it'll keep going. I don't know that. No one knows that. But you're getting paid more to sell the call side than the put side. Keep that in mind. Same thing on the Qs. Let's look at the Qs. Similar chart. Let's just go straight and look at the call side. If you sold the 384 and bought the 389, that's 179 minus 112 divided by 2 divided by 500. 6.7%. Same thing on the call side. So almost a 7% return if you sold that call spread. 384, right? $384 is just about the peak over here. Maybe. What about on the put side? If you sold the 327 and bought the 322, 301 minus 239 divided by 2 divided by 500, 6.2%. So the put side is not bad on this one either. If you want to sell the Condor, sell the put spread and the call spread all at once, you could do that. What's nice about these is they're very liquid, so closing, adjusting, and rolling isn't that big of an issue. Alright, next on the list. Tesla. We're getting into now the earnings stock, so we'll have to navigate that carefully. Tesla, earnings on the 18th. We'll skip that. Next on that list was Apple. Earnings on November 2nd, so we got a little time on Apple. Ooh. On the put side, tight. Sell the 150, buy the 145. Does that even pay you? 154 minus 108 divided by 2 divided by 500, 4.6%. Not that great. On the call side, man, maybe skip the call side. If you wanted to, 180, sell the 185, buy the 190. 146 minus 78 divided by 2 divided by 500, almost 7% on the call side. Selling the 185. $185 is right here. That's awfully close for comfort. Hold on, Apple. IWM. The Russell 2000. Or maybe get a bounce here. May have missed the move. Selling the 164 and buying the 159. That's 146 minus 92 divided by 2 divided by 500. 5.4. A little bit of a safer bet on the call side. Same thing, you might get paid more on this one. Selling the 189, buying the 194. 100 minus 40 divided by 2 divided by 500, 6% on the nose. You're better off staying, if you want to do the call side, with the Qs or the SPY. Amazon. Earnings are November the 2nd. We've got some time. Down almost 1.5% today. On the put side, so the 105 by the 100, what do you get? 144 minus 91 divided by 2 divided by 500, 5.3 on the put side. On the call side, sell the 145 by the 150, 130 minus 80 divided by 2 divided by 500, 5 on the nose as well. Skip that one. TLT. I think bonds are continuing their journey lower today. Yeah, wow, 1% on the bonds. All right, there are no earnings on the TLT. It's an ETF. We talked about this one yesterday. Once it starts these moves, it's very hard to jump in front of them. If you want to, you can. On the put side, sell the 81 by the 76. 71 minus 22 divided by 2 divided by 500, almost 5%. On the call side, sell the 94, buy the 99. 65 minus 20 divided by 2 divided by 500, 4.5%. You're not really getting paid on either side. Let's go back to the list. Meta. Earnings are October 25th. Too close. Microsoft. October 24th. Too close. Peloton. Eeks. Pass on Peloton. These Q ETFs, skip and skip. Google, we looked at Google yesterday. Earnings are the 24th. We're going to pass. WeWork, $3 stock. We'll pass on that one. Netflix, earnings are October 18th. We'll pass on that one. CCJ. I don't know this one. Earnings are on Halloween, though. A monster move up. Yeah, I don't know this one. Metals, basic materials. All right. Liquid options, though. I've never traded this one. You want to sell the 35 and buy the 31. Maybe go up to 34. Hold on a second. Sell the 34, buy the 31. $300. 47 minus 20 divided by 2 divided by 300. Only 4.5. I'd skip the put side on the call side. We sold the 48 and bought the 55. Yeah, you could do that. 87 minus 25 divided by 2 divided by 700. Only 4.4 on the call side. And if I were to sell, I'd sell the call spread. What was it? Let's keep going. Nike has earnings today after the close. Great. So we'll talk about Nike tomorrow morning. VinFast, I've traded that one before. It's gotten too low. It's only a $10 stock. Same thing with Canopy Growth, less than $1. Nikola, same thing. Boo. Google, we already looked at. UVXY. Wells Fargo, we've got the banks coming up here in a couple weeks for earnings. We'll skip. Kenvue, we've traded that one. I haven't traded in a while, though. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's hard to trade this one at this point. We did trade it back over here a while ago. Maybe what? During the summer. Soxel. DLR. Earnings are coming up. October 26th. We're less than a month away. Earnings don't look like they're a big event for this company. Yeah, no. Not very liquid though. Hardly. There's no volume on the call side today. We'll skip this one. Next page. Bank of America has earnings coming up. Uber. Earnings are on Halloween. We've got a little bit of time here. On the put side, sell the 37.5 and buy the 32.5. That's 52 minus 15 divided by 2 divided by 500. Skip the put side. On the call side, 52.5, sell it. 57.5, buy it. What do we got? 95 minus 32 divided by 2 divided by 500. 6.3% if you sold the call side. You're awfully close here. 52.5. Where's that on the chart? $52.5 is right up here. But don't forget, this inflated price is including earnings. So keep that in mind. JP Morgan, Banks, Ford. Ugh. Let's look at the autos. Let's look at GM. Let's skip Ford. Okay, maybe now it's time to sell a put spread. Earnings, sorry, let's look at earnings. Earnings are October 24th. Too close. Stellantis. There it is. No liquidity. All right, let's keep going. Boeing. Earnings for Boeing are October 25th. Too close. Intel. I think we looked at Intel yesterday, right? Earnings are on the 26th. Too close. Yeah, no bueno. Sell the 30 by the 25. 51 minus 10. 2 divided by 500. Only 4%. Let's skip Intel. I looked at that one. The TMF is a $5 stock. Alcoa earnings, well, the 18th. The XLF, that's just a financial ETF that's high because of all the bank earnings that are coming up. Yikes. Well, you can sell the calls or the puts on this one. Let's see what you get paid more. Sell the 31. I don't know where you'd buy though. On the call side, same thing. Sell the 36, but you don't even get paid for it. Skip it. We looked at Pfizer yesterday. Earnings are on Halloween. The EFA. On the put side, if you want to sell the 65 and buy the 60. Ugh, no, don't buy the 60. You have to buy the 62 or something. Not very liquid. Not a lot of volume. Skip the put side. On the call side, everything's right here. That's too close though. You want to sell the 72.5, but we'll pass. Carnival. Let's take a look at Royal Caribbean. November, great. On the puts, wow. Sell the 80, buy the 75. Kind of liquid. The spread's not that bad. They're definitely expensive. 167 minus 98 divided by 2 divided by 500. Almost 7% if you sold this put spread. Sold the 80 by the 75. But don't forget that's including some inflation from earnings. On the call side, sell the 110 by the 115. 129 minus 72 divided by 2 divided by 500. Almost 6% on the call side. I'm intrigued. On the put side, it was the what was the strike? The 80. It's awfully close. I thought it would have been farther away. Here's 80 on the chart. Not a lot of good ones today. Where did we leave off? Carnival. Gold. Barrick Gold. They must have earnings coming up. Let's take a look at Newmont. Earnings are on Halloween. Had this big move down the past couple days. And it's broken a lot of support. Definitely liquid. Is gold on the move today? Yeah. Yeah, gold's been on a move for the past couple days. That's why there's heightened volatility. Very rarely do you trade gold. Actually, let's look at the options. This is the GLD gold ETF. Curious. If you sold the 166 and bought the 161, now you don't get paid. Just curious. 57 minus 23 divided by 2 divided by 500. Only 3.4% for that. On the puts, on the call side, if you sold the 181, bought the 86. 186, that's 80 minus 31 divided by 2 divided by 500. Almost 5% on the call side. That's 181. Where's that on the chart? Right about here, where this line is. I'd skip this one. ServiceNow, Oracle. ORCL. Maybe now's the time to sell puts. December. Sell the 95, buy the 90. That's 98 minus 48. Divided by 2, divided by 500. 5% on the nose. That was not bad. It's Oracle. 95. Where's 95 on the chart? Down here. This one's interesting. $76 down to 61. 76 minus 61. 15 divided by 76, 20%. So I'm doing some quick math. 127 minus 103. About there. We'll set up an Oracle put spread here. Selling the 95 and buying the 90. I like how it's after earnings. We're getting about 5%. So the math one more time. 97 minus 48 divided by 2 divided by 500. 5% on the nose. Good liquidity here. 3-point spread here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 total. Vertical. 54 divided by 54 divided by 500. Divided by 2 divided by 500. Yeah, we can get a little bit over 5%. All right, write down Oracle. Okay, maybe we'll come back. KRE, AT&T is garbage. Airlines. Enphase. Let's look at one more scanner. Already looked at Meta. TTWO. Nah, maybe sell puts on this. Or post earnings. Back to calls and puts. Not very liquid. There's some volume here. The put side. Too illiquid. This would have been a good one though. Enphase we just looked at. Royal Caribbean we already looked at. DoorDash. Earnings are November 2nd. I don't know, man. Let's skip this one. Trade Desk. Cold and Boil. TTD. Earnings are November 8th. We just looked at the chart. On the put side, not very liquid. UAL. Earnings are too close. Let's go back to Oracle. And the put spread, the 95.90. 5.95.90. We'll go back, put this as 54. Okay, and we'll leave this open all day. So we're going to sell one contract of the November monthly, the 95 strike on the put side. And we're going to buy one November the monthly 90 as the strike on the put side. So we're risking $500 total, okay? And we're trying to get credited 54 cents. And if that gets filled, we'll talk about that. Preview that. Sell 190 to open, sell 195 to open. We receive a credit of 54, okay? We'll send that out. Everything looks good there. So this will be open all through the day today. If it doesn't get filled, that's fine. It'll expire at the end of the day. If it does get filled, what we'll do is we'll set a close order for a limit close order for 27 cents, and that'll be good till canceled. It'll be open for the next 60 days, okay? So that's that. Nothing got filled today, but that's fine. All these positions are open. Nothing's in serious trouble, so that's good. Cisco may fill today, may not. If Cisco does fill today, we'll talk about it tomorrow morning, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Tune in every day at 7:15 a.m. on the West Coast and 10:15 a.m. on the East Coast. Subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe and watch every day. Helps everybody learn together. All right? Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow morning.